Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try to connect, people just drift away? They stop replying. They cancel plans. The energy fades. And you're left wondering, why does this keep happening to me? Here's the truth: most people don't lose others because they're bad friends or partners. They lose them because they're doing things they don't even realize are pushing people away. And the scariest part? These habits often come from good intentions. Let's talk about them, and maybe, just maybe, you'll start to see what's been happening in your own life. We all want connection. We want people who understand us, who care, who stay. But sometimes, we get in our own way. Not because we want to ruin things, but because we're protecting ourselves. You've been hurt before, right? Someone broke your trust. Someone made you feel not enough. So now, without realizing it, you build walls instead of bridges. And then you wonder why no one can get close. It's not that people don't care. It's that your behavior makes it hard for them to stay. Let's break this down. The first way you push people away: you hide behind "I'm fine." You don't want to seem weak. You don't want to burden anyone. So when someone asks how you're doing, you say, "I'm fine." Even when you're not. At first, people will try to dig deeper. They'll ask again. They'll try to comfort you. But after a while, they stop asking. Because you've trained them to believe you don't need them. Here's the thing: connection needs vulnerability. No one can care for a version of you that doesn't exist. Letting people in isn't a sign of weakness, it's how bonds grow stronger. If you never show your cracks, people won't know where to fit in. The second way: you expect people to read your mind. You want them to know when you're upset, when you're hurt, when you need something. But you don't say it. You wait for them to notice. And when they don't, you take it personally. You pull away. You act cold. You say, "It's nothing." But deep down, it's everything. The truth is, people aren't mind readers. They can't fix what they don't know about. Sometimes, you lose good people not because they didn't care, but because you never gave them a chance to understand you. Healthy connection requires communication, not silent tests. The third way: you overgive, hoping it'll make people stay. You're always there for others. You help. You listen. You give your time, your energy, your peace. But inside, you're drained. And worse, you start to feel unappreciated. You think, "I do so much for them. Why don't they do the same for me?" That quiet resentment grows. And instead of saying something, you start to withdraw. This is what happens when your giving comes from fear, not love. You're not helping because you want to. You're helping because you're scared of losing them. But people can feel that energy. It doesn't feel genuine, it feels heavy. Remember, giving is only beautiful when it's not used as currency for attention. The fourth way: you never take responsibility for your patterns. You say things like, "People always leave me." Or, "Everyone changes eventually." It sounds like bad luck, but it's actually avoidance. You blame others because it's easier than looking at yourself. But until you face your own patterns, you'll keep reliving them with new people. Maybe it's the way you shut down when things get hard. Maybe it's how you expect too much too soon. Maybe it's that you never learned how to be alone. So you cling too tightly when someone finally cares. The point is, awareness is everything. You can't fix what you don't see. Here's what I want you to take from this. You're not broken. You're just protecting yourself in ways that no longer serve you. At some point, the walls that kept you safe start keeping you isolated. You don't need to tear them down all at once. Just open one small window. Let someone see a little more of the real you. Because when you do, the right people will stay, not because they have to, but because they finally can. So here's the takeaway. Stop pretending you're fine when you're not. Stop expecting people to guess what you feel. Stop giving more than you can handle. And stop running from responsibility. Connection isn't built on perfection, it's built on honesty. People don't need the best version of you. They need the real version. Flawed, open, human. And once you start showing that side, you'll stop wondering why people leave. And start noticing who stays. If this message hit home for you, don't just scroll away. Take a second to reflect. Ask yourself, which of these patterns do I see in myself? And if you're ready to start changing, hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe for more mindset shifts just like this. Because real growth starts when you stop blaming others and start understanding yourself.